This is the greener lawn. Yes, you've made it. And we're going to be talking all things greener lawn today. Why don't we just do that? How are you guys? How is Wednesday treating you? Hopefully, wherever you're at, you got nice sunny skies, sunshine in your eyes, and greening your grass. I like this. If you don't have greening your grass, you can kiss my cheek. You can kiss my cheek. Hopefully you guys are excited about your Wednesday as I am. I am not able to go up front right now. I'm kind of waiting for some youngins to go ahead and head inside before I wander up front and we start talking up there. But as usual, what do you guys got going on in your lawn? What are you guys seeing? How are you guys doing this Wednesday? What are you guys waiting for your this weekend? What do you guys got going on? I found some shade. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enjoy the shade for a moment. You can see that my backyard is doing okay. Casting a little bit. It's not extremely great. Where am I at right here? It's not extremely great yet, but it's definitely making some progress back here. It's doing really well. Gentlemen, Southern Jersey. Not doing extremely great back here, but like I said, it's been my project lawn. It's been doing things back here. We are doing a lot better than it has been in the past, and so I'm extremely excited about it. Fighting a little bit of seed stock back here, fighting a little seed stock in the front, but back here it's showing it a little bit more. You can kind of see it behind me. So yeah, all good and well. So let's see what we got going on here. I will talk about a little bit of heat presence. I did drop that aerate and RGS video today. So if you haven't seen it, that really will help with the heat, the lawn stress, those things. But let's see what you guys got going on so far. Up New York lawns. Happy Wednesday, folks. I agree. Good evening, ladies. Well, gentlemen, I like it. And ladies, hello, everyone. What do you think of some of the Utah secondary water companies talking about turning the secondary water off this week or the first week of August? Well, do I blame them? No, we are low on water. They're robbing one to give it to another. I get it. You know, our drinking water and those things are a little bit more important. What do I think about it? I think that we can get ourselves in a pretty decent place that we could just let it go to bed and just be dormant for that last little bit of time, and hopefully we pick up some rain that, one, it either stops their talks of that, or two, we're able to, you know, have August just be August, and then September hopefully we get those rains where we can just kick our lawns back on and they'll be totally fine. Things like having some hydrotain down in the soil, having some good cultural practices so that we have deep water in our soil up until that point will be good. Don't overuse it. People really need to understand that you only need an inch of water a week, and it's better to do it in longer durations, less times a week. So like 3, 2, or 1 days a week of watering to get that 1 inch of water in, and cycle it, because it's going to be a little bit of time before that water gets down into the soil. So we definitely need it down, but we don't want to waste it and have it run off, and we don't want to use more than what we need. You only need an inch. Like, that's it. Try to get the best coverage out of your lawn as possible. If you know some places are lacking, instead of trying to water it all to get the 1 inch in that one little spot, hand water it. Like, make it up by other means. Please make smart choices so that we don't have to face that. But if it comes down to it, hopefully, you know, like, everybody can come to terms with it. I might have to be Jeremy of the Browner lawn for a little while, and it'll all be good. It's not like, I'm not too stressed about it, but hopefully everyone understands that we can all do our part and we can all do something to make it better. And like with hydrotain, I've kicked mine down to 3/4 of an inch of water. Now that I've turned my watering on, I only am planning on watering 3/4 of an inch and seeing how it actually responds to it. But it does have hydrotain down in the soil, so it's supposed to do up to a half. Like, it's supposed to, you know, like, where theoretically we could put down only half an inch to cover it for that full inch. but I'm trying 3/4, and I'll back it down as I see, and I'll let you guys know my findings. Hopefully, you know, that was a long rant, but it's just understood that we all have a little bit of part in this, and we all can do our part and hopefully do a little bit better for everybody else and keep wasteful watering down to a minimum. Vito, how's it going? How you doing, fellas? Well, there we go. There's the fellas. Nice that you're not only addressing the ladies in the room. Hey, Keith. Good evening, Vito. Fingers crossed we get some rain so they don't turn it off. Yeah, because the last time that they were going to talk, or they were talking about it, what was it, 2019, when they were talking about it, they cut us off in October because we picked up some late season rain and it really helped us out. So, you know, we hopefully can do the same thing and people pull their weight and do what they're supposed to do. Let's see. Fingers crossed for Jeremy. Join us. What does this mean? What does this mean? Laughing. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Lazy Lawns. You're amazing and I love your videos. You're amazing also. You're a new name. I haven't seen your name around. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by and saying that. That actually made my day. Not late at all there, Lazy Lawns. Not late at all. As always, if you can make the live stream, you're not a late. You just are a part of the live stream. You're only late if you're catching it on the replay. So if you caught me on the replay, you're still amazing. I appreciate it. You weren't able to see me until now? Are you serious? That's not good. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta go and... Can you guys see me now? Am I live? Can you see me? All right. Wow, I am so sorry. I didn't know you guys couldn't see me. Let me know if that cuts out again. All right. Able to see you until now. Good evening. Just completed the power hit this evening. Power hit in the house. So if you have stress in your lawns, this is definitely something. If you have RGS and aerate on hand, definitely as it heats up, get that into your soil. It is going to help your soil, your grass, your overall lawn relax. It's going to get those roots down deep. It is going to make your lawn just respond and help with the stress tolerance of the season. There's no reason to have to go through heat periods without something in our back pocket. And if you have RGS and aerate, definitely go get that power hit out. I've loved it. It's always been my favorite hit. Like, I always put that thing down. That thing is just kind of my go-to. And when I saw this new weather pattern coming through that was so hot, I was like, our lawns are not ready for this yet. And mine, I haven't been watering it. And so I was like, ooh, mine's really needing something. So I tossed it down. Hopefully that root mass down in the soil will definitely like jump up and grab a hold, and we can, you know, get it going and everything. I love that power hit. It is definitely one for the record books in my opinion. Let's see what else we got going on. What's going on, Terrence? Haven't talked to you in a little bit. How have you been? How's your backyard? Did they get that fixed for you? I know that they were going to make that right, but did they get that right for you? Gary? Yeah, I'm glad I see you around, Gary. I'm glad I'm actually being seen now, even though I'm just sitting in my backyard in shade, trying to use what little shade I can get. I don't really have a lot of shade back here, do I? Lazy Lawns, took my KBG lawn to 0.85 inches. Going to dethatch it this weekend. Nice. If it can breathe, you're going to be totally fine. Just give it a little bit of extra water. If it stresses out, that's all it's going to need. You can give it some light feedings and stuff to help it pop out also. But you know the thing. You know the drill. Get your stuff done. Landscape matters. What's going on, Dennis? How are you? Thoughts on KBG Reno, moderate shade, southern part of the transition zone. So, transition zone can be a little bit tricky with KBG, okay? It's high humidity is where you're gonna run into problems. If you have a couple of mitigating circumstances with the high humidity and then you have shading issues, you might wanna look at some of the fescue offerings, like the red creeping fescues and stuff like that. Those will traditionally perform a little bit better in shade. There are some shade tolerant. Oh, on my man. Good to see you. That was a random pop through. I like that. So Red creeping fescue is one that really does extremely well in shade areas. There are a few Kentucky bluegrasses that do okay, but you have to kind of search them out. Like, let me know where you're at, or email me at Jeremy of the Greener Lawn, and we can talk about some different options. But overall, it might not be your best choice, but if you make a wise and informed decision with some of the ones that are a little bit better in the shade tolerances in the KBGs, you could probably get away with it. It's just that as that humidity spikes up on that, it is going to give that KBG a run for its money. I don't think it'll die off. You just got to be paying attention to it. It's the biggest thing. All right, what else do we got? What we got now? We see you, love it. Still seeing me, hopefully. Hello all, good afternoon, Jeremy, Lawn Sensei, good to see you. Actually, what I like about Jeremy's video is that he straight point, info, and then goodbye. Love it. That's how it's gotta be. There's only certain fluff that you have to throw in there. There's only certain criteria you have to meet for YouTube's things. And really, I'm about like what the results are. I dig that people will look into studies, and they want to see what the books, or they want to know all the ins and outs of a product, and I love it. But it's just not the way that I conduct my channel. I just, whatever it is, I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply it by how it says, and then we're going to look at the results. Like, that's just what it boils down to. And hopefully the results speak for themselves. And so that's how I get to my videos, and that's how I think them through. I try to think of any pertinent points, things that make sense, the reasons why you should be using it, give you a little bit of like what it's gonna do, what you're gonna see, how it should perform, and then we just show the result. That's just kind of how we roll. You know, that's how we go. All right, you guys are being a little bit more talkative today. I like Wednesdays. You guys are on this thing. It's all good and well. Let's see. Just put mine down tonight. Your RGS and array. Are you talking about that, Dennis? Is that what you're talking about? Video forthcoming. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. Power hit schedule for next week. No better time. No better time. I'm going to tell you that right now. Through the United States, we have that. We have this heat pushing in through the west, and I guess you guys are getting some crazy rains on the east. But yeah, with this heat and everything pushing in so early, and everything's heating up and going, no better time to get some stress relief down in those lawns and definitely make it a lot better. Oh, Lawn Tips is blowing up the chat down here. Look at him go. Look at him go. Get him, Ben. Get him. All right. Yo, mate, what up? Welcome to another Lawn Tips vid. He's gonna say that was nasty. My man, I'm trying to get to where it was. Okay, my man, there we go. Evening all. Full dethatch this weekend, plus aerate and molasses. Next week will be T-Nex and Cytogrow. Nice. Yeah, I gotta get my Cytogrow. They sent me over some for me to try out also. I gotta get it over on my test plots. If you watched my video, I kind of am hinting that I'm finally gonna start using my tree areas as my test plots. And so I need to get that down and on them. That's why I kind of skipped a couple of them, so that we just didn't have everything thrown in there. But it's definitely one of those things that I got to see. I got to check out. I want to see how that Cytogrow goes also. Lawn Tips is here. Yes, he is. We had a lot of rain here. Oh, really? So you still didn't answer the question. Terrence, did they end up fixing that problem for you? I know I just asked that a few minutes ago, but hopefully you grabbed it this time. What up, Trevor and Ben? Aussies are in the house. I didn't see Trevor. Trevor was here? Well, okay. Hey, Trevor. All the Aussies are up on a Wednesday evening, probably Wednesday morning for these guys. Definitely do turf type tall fescue KBG mix in the transition zone. Yeah, I can't get you guys away from that tall fescue too far if you're in that transition zone. The fescues are really good at having the humidity tolerance in the cool season grass varieties. They do a lot better with the humidity. Let's see, now where are we at? All right, come on, where are we? You guys keep blowing it up, and And I'm way behind now. Let's go. Let's go. I like being behind. This is a good feeling, actually. What's up, mate? Yo, mate, what up? Sup, sup. That is a lazy word, sup. Oh, what up, bro? Okay, my Bermuda didn't take very well. Temps got iffy, weeds crowded, so I'm chopping down and seeding again. Just let it be. That's Bermuda. Bermuda seriously is a alpha grass. Like, as much as I like to give them a hard time, that stuff is super hard to kill off. And even if you think it didn't take, it took. It's there. It's gonna grow. It's gonna go crazy. Bermuda, we just pretend like you don't want it, and it will go crazy for your lawn. It'll go just absolutely bananas. All right, now I got to scroll back up. You guys keep doing this to my poor phone. Poor phone. Let's see. Okay. Good evening, all. Striper Man, hey, what's up? The greener lawn. I want to see the fluff, though. What kind of? Oh, do you want to see my sexy legs and everything? Because yeah, that's one of those things I can show you there, Mr. Lawn Tips. I can show you the sexy legs. I got my sexy blue shorts on today, rocking the old school 2018 sexy lawn blue shorts today. Big Ben from Lawn Tips in the house. How you doing heading into winter down there, man? His lawn's on fire. It's cool season grass, and he doesn't get as cold as we get here, so it's gonna stay on fire. He's just gonna light it up and be able to smash on those around him. Come see me in Kaysville if you need any sprinkler parts. Kyle B. Bro, me and you need to hook up. Always delivering to your neighbor, Oh, you are? Oh, so you know right where I'm at. Yeah, Jesse's a good guy, plumber. So that's the reason why you're delivering stuff over to him, no doubt. Definitely a good guy. You know where I live, you see it, just swing by, come say hi. Don't feel bashful, you definitely know where I'm sitting. Long guy getting cold, my man, not enjoying it. Lawn, yo. When do the seed heads die off? Another 2 weeks maybe? So with the seed heads, they can actually push into July. So what I would actually recommend is to like slowly lower your slowly lower your height of cut. That's where that word came in. Height of cut, and like bring it down over an inch, inch and a half if you have that much room to play with, to bring that height down and then let it grow back up. And those seed heads, most of the time, like if you hit it down like that, you won't have as much pressure and they'll die off down below what you're seeing up on top. And it won't be an issue. It's what I've been doing in my front yard, and it was what I was hoping I could like continue today, was to show you guys my mow, because I've been mowing 3 times a week and it's been kind of fun. I've been contemplating something because I've been mowing 3 times a week, but I don't know if I'm there yet, even though I'm doing the work. All right, so what do we got? Back up, back up, back up, back up. All right. The greener lawn, saws. Saws, not saws. I probably butchered that also, huh? When you gonna start real mowing, bro? Well, I think I just hinted to that. I kind of maybe said that maybe. I want to. Well, let's go for a field trip. Oh, we're gonna see my dirty garage. Let's go see dirty garage. All right. So it's definitely one of those things that where I have just got to get it more level. I do not have a powered reel mower yet, but oh, there she is. There she is, right there. Got this guy right here, this Scott's Elite, and then when Brett ditched me and left me, yo, no go on the Greenworks, I'm just saying. If I have any fans in the house, I'm sorry. She's collecting dust on purpose. Back here, Brett left me this Sunjo reel mower, but they're all manual reel mowers. So I can't super get down with manual reel mowers, but you know, these were in a video the other day. Those were kind of fun to use. I like the electric, even if it's plug-in versus the manual. I really am not digging manual too much, but I was thinking about trying it and starting it, and where I was going with all this is that I'm using those manual reel mowers on my front little park strip out in front of my house because it's the smallest little patch. It's like 240 square feet, so it's not very big. And I was planning on kind of getting that and using that. Always, you know, the choices to make. I would have to level it a little bit more is the only problem, because I think that I'm good down to about 1.5 inches, but I'm not much better than 1.5 inches yet at this point. That's what she said. What we got going on? All right, let's sit back down. There we go. You missed my question. What'd you say, New York? I'm not gonna scroll back. Just throw it in here again, I got you. First Aussie, looky, there's Trevor, there he is. Would Humic12 and microgreen work if I put it down before the heat wave? Well, it'd work, yeah, it definitely would work. What are you looking at doing with it? What is it that you're looking for it to work on? The microgreen's gonna give you that green pop from the iron, and the humic is going to start amending the soil, start helping your soil make itself better, and hopefully getting the roots down deeper if we're watering correctly and everything. It isn't going to be as much of a heat wave prevention as a RGS and aerate, but it's not going to be a bad thing because you're not going to push a bunch of growth. You're not going to be pushing a bunch of nitrogen or anything on it. You're going to be giving it the iron green up versus anything that's going to cause us a lot of issues. So not a bad choice at all by any means. There's not a bad time to put down humic acid. Always good stuff to put down. Good to feed it. I do live by the book. If you have it, get it out. It's never amended a bottle ever in its life. So the quicker you get it out of that bottle and into your soil, the better it will work and the quicker it'll work. Microgreen is one of those things as it starts to heat up that you can just supplement it for the green versus using nitrogen for your green. You can definitely tailor it. And there is going to be a video where I'm going to kind of put out my thought out plan of what I'm going to be doing in my lawn this year. And it's kind of tailored around this whole thought process. Going to be coming out. I haven't gotten the product yet. Hopefully I go get it on Friday. I'm just hoping. So hopefully that's to be coming. All right, where are we at? First Aussie. Growing well, nice. So they took care of it, Terrence. They took care of that for you. Finally got my Cytogrow in. If my hydrotane granular ever comes, it'll be able to get all down. If my hydrotane granular ever comes in, I'll be able to get it all down. Correct. Yeah, you definitely, like, as soon as you possibly can, get that down, because these temperatures are starting to spike. When you're hitting those 85s and stuff, that's a good time to kind of like weigh out whether or not you should start using hydrotane. As soon as you hit that 80 to 85 window, just go ahead and get that hydrotane in and let it do its thing. As long as it's not an early, like, false pop, but like how we're hitting right now, I don't think that this is going to go away anytime soon. So definitely that heat stress and everything from a hydrotane or similar type of product will definitely help out. All right, let's see. I'm in the western arid part of the transition zone. Gotcha. Yeah, you should be okay if it's arid. Still, like, I would have some kind of I'd have some kind of maybe fescue in it. I'd do a cool season blend just a little bit. But yeah, like I said, just email me. Let's talk. jeremy@gmail.com. Striper Man, any blue sky birds chirping day here, mate? Dude, I got like 1 to 12 inch weeds here. Got to do something about it. Yeah, it's about that point is when you probably should be doing something about it. I've been there before. Wow, not good news. What temps are you getting in Utah? I'm in the lower 90s. Yeah, we're 91 today. Tomorrow, I want to say, it was in my video, like I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. So I think today was 91, tomorrow's supposed to be like 94. It goes up to 96 on Friday, and then we drop back into the 80s, and then it's like solid 80s for the 14-day forecast. So we did pop a little bit higher. It did cheat and try to tell us it was supposed to be high 90s a couple of days, but you know, the weather, they get paid to be wrong most of the time. So I'm in the wrong profession, my wife tells me. Let's see. Power hit this weekend, super, love it, I love it. May add some dab to it, I'm unfamiliar with it, but I think that I'm starting to learn is that Lawn Whispers products. I haven't seen it. Jeremy finally going to the dark side. I've been mowing enough. Like I said, I have been mowing it 3 times a week up there. And so if I'm doing it that often, I should just take the final steps of leveling it out, because I can do small little levels in between, and I should put out the level video from last year. I really should. My footage is so old now, it takes like forever, and it was long shoots. So I'm gonna actually try to get that out in the next 2 weeks. So hopefully a leveling video out of me. And we'll see, you know, like what that looks like. It did pretty well. I think that I hit a good solid 80-85% on a level. It's just the final pieces in some of the deeper ruts that are holding me back from actually being able to do it. I was offered a Flex 21. Has anybody used a Flex 21? I would love to know if I could get away with a little bit of unlevelness in a homeowner lawn versus what's unlevel in a golf course, where a Flex 21 probably would be more preferable. But yeah, just let me know. Last time I brought a real mower over to this yard, it absolutely just scalped the pants off of my lawn. Let's see. All right. How many times per season would you dethatch with the Sun Joe if needed? So if you need it, address the cause, okay? If you keep needing to dethatch, address the cause. I have a feeling I know what yours is, Lawn Sensei, and yours is the weather up there. You get all that rain, and so all that rain just kind of pushes things down. It mats things down. It keeps things like going in. That's a little bit different. You can't control the rain. You can't control that kind of a factor. So with that said, you can get away with more dethatching on lighter settings just to kind of keep yourself clear. Just don't go crazy. Need it before you use it. Don't just do it for GP, general purpose. Don't do it like that. Kind of how when we were talking, look in there, see how much thatch is in there, see if that's a contributor to our fungus, to our lawn not being able to breathe, our soil not being able to breathe. You know, do that detective work, check it out, see what you got down in that grass plant, and then tell yourself, okay, I need to do it again. But then look for that window where our temperatures are dropping down, and don't go extremely heavy. Just do it on a light setting. Maybe do it on a -5 or on a 5 setting, not a -5, not a 0, just like on a 5. So you're just pulling that stuff out. Just make sure that you need it is kind of the recommendation there. I wouldn't just GP do it because it does stress our grass out. Will you kill your lawn if it's choking versus I need to pull it out? I would pull it out, or I would find a product, a like product that would do it during the heat. You can use dethatch. That would help out in the heat. People use molasses. Molasses would work in the heat. There are a few different things that work during heat times where you don't have to hit it with a machine versus something that we could put down as a actual liquid to break up the thatch and help out the microorganisms in there, because it gets those microorganisms in the soil activated and working as they're supposed to in overgear and producing a little bit more so that they can get rid of the thatch for us. All right. Dude, I'm in the same boat. Want to real mow bad, but too unlevel and no power reel. Yeah, it's one of those things. Ron, what's going on? Yeah, real mowing is one of those things where it does take a dedication level, and you're able to give it the dedication. If you're not, it's better just to steer away from it and not do it. It's not one of those things that you double dutch into, dutch back and forth, because you're just going to stress your lawn out way too much. It's not going to be doing as good as it possibly could if we could give it the dedication that it needs. So you have to weigh it out, and you have to be honest with yourself. Is it something I can dedicate myself to? What do I have going on in life? Where do my priorities have to be? What can I actually do? And be honest with yourself, because however many times you mow a week dictates how low you can go with your grass. 1 time a week, 3.5 inches and above, hands down. 2 times a week, 2 inches above. 3 times a week, inch above. 4 times a week, you're a mowing god. Go ahead and mow as much, or go as low as you want. Just get your mow on. You can use products like T-Nex. You can use these plant growth regulators that will help out, and so you don't have to mow as much. But if general people aren't going to be running those, so that's kind of what I use. Is once again, it's 3.5 inches with 1 mowing a week. It is 2 inches with 2. It is 1 inch with 3. And if you're mowing more than 3 times a week, like I said, you're a mowing god. Go ahead and get your height on, because you can get it at any length you want that's suitable for your grass. Let's be honest. All right. All right, maybe try the new Sunjo 24-volt battery reel mower. I'm thinking about it. I haven't used the reel or the battery one yet. I did use their corded one. Brett had one, and I went and played in his backyard with it, and it cut pretty decent. It was a crazy cutting style. It was like these little cups, or it was weird. It wasn't as fluid as I thought it should be, but it worked for the situation. So it definitely was okay. It wasn't, it wasn't bad by any means. It's small. So yeah, I think that with the battery, it might be cool. I might be able to do my front lawn with that, not a problem. All right, let's see. Time to put the kids to bed. Have a blessed night, Jeremy and everyone. Night, South Jersey. Night. I know you've been gone for a little bit here, but good night, man. What's going on, Backwoods? Any difference between SLS Humic and the GC, the Greene County FERT? And my thoughts. So humic acid in any form, as a disclaimer, in any form is good for your lawn, okay? What it's going to do is it's going to come down to concentrations, and solution versus suspension is what you are going to be looking at. It's a different way of actually producing the product. Greene County FERT does a solution, so it's actually, or they do a suspension, sorry, I got it backwards, stay with me. So they do a solution. So when they go through their vats from vat to vat to vat, as they're producing humic acid, they are making it as a solution. So it shouldn't settle out. It'll get a little bit of chunkiness down at the bottom, but it doesn't become a clear solution up top and then fall into suspension. Other products, and I have never paid attention, I probably could just pop the bottle of the RootHume that I have open and see, but a lot of other products, they'll fall out of suspension, and it's just basically suspended in there, so it's not as concentrated. So that's usually the difference between the companies and the way that they do things, is how it is produced and how they bottle it, and they'll give it to the client. Like if you're talking about kelp for less, that is a suspension, and you're just taking basically as much powder as you throw into water, and then you're constituting it on the spot and you're putting it out there. Difference with Greene County FERT, like I said, is it's more of a solution versus the suspension properties of it. Now, all the other specifics and everything, go ahead and reference what John's going to tell you. I'm just not going to get into it, because he'll speak circles around my knowledge. I know more, but when we get this far into it, it's just, I'll give you the basics, go to them for the absolute truth of it. On that is my thing. Simple Lawn Solutions, same thing. Go ahead and give them the respect, and ask them what their difference is. It's going to boil down to concentration inside of each one of the solutions is what it's really going to boil down to. And like I said, how it is made and processed and everything. So I'm not on the spot. I don't feel like I'm on the spot at all. It's just that I don't try to get super technical. Like, I know a lot, I just never try to get super technical with things, because that's kind of one of those things that I have with John. I talk with John on a very regular basis, is that if you want to know all the high-end stuff, I give that to the owners or the actual manufacturers. I let them go ahead and speak their numbers, their things like that. I'm more of that guy that I can tell you what to use. I can recommend. I will not recommend something, because we can find a use for everything. And so that's going to be your main difference in those two. If you woke up and had Bermuda lawn, what would you do? Kill it or mow it? What? Like, if I woke up and I had a Bermuda lawn, I wouldn't be awake. I'd still be in a nightmare. Like, I couldn't even, I would be losing my mind. I would be losing my mind. Look at me think. Like, I can't even get words out, because it's like you just put me in that nightmare. Why would you do that to me? I'd mow it. You can make Bermuda actually look extremely good. I actually, as I was just scrolling through right there, saw Bermuda Grass Central, and just like you, Lawn to Learn, you guys are really great with that Bermuda, and you guys do amazing things with it. So I feel like I could adapt. Would I want to adapt versus this? No, I like my Kentucky Blue and my Rye. It's a solid mix, and it's what I like. Now, am I going to give you guys crap? Yeah, I'm going to give you guys crap. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with them at all. He just retracted his message. What are you retracting messages there for? All right, I'll send you pictures soon. Yes, thank you, Terrence. I really appreciate that. I want to see how that's going, because you were fire in the front yard, and then we had the issues in the back, and I want to make sure you're getting back to the fire. What I got to do to get a sticker? Ask, send me your address, and away it goes. How often should I apply Milo? What kind of regimen do you want? Because I'm talking as if I have a mouse in my pocket. So I build regimens around people's, how often they want to use things, what their soil test tells us, and what's actually feasible for them. That's the reason why when people are like, do you like this product? Do you recommend this product? Any products are good. Any products are great. And so it's not a bad thing to have anything. But as far as how often would I recommend it, personally, if I went back to Milo, and I have 2 bags in my garage, but I'm just high in phosphorus, so I can't use Milo. So that's the reason why you haven't seen it on my channel. But if I was going to use it, I would actually spoon feed it in. I would do super low rate uses, because I think it's like 12 pounds or something per 1,000. And I would go out every single week and give it 2 pounds of Milo when I was doing one of my mows. I just rate and throw it out really quick and just do a spoon-fed regimen. And I bet you anything that it would light it up. But that's how I would run it. Now, what would work for you? Maybe every 4 weeks. 4 weeks would be great. Every 6 weeks. Oh, it'd work. It kind of depends on how you want to do yours. When people give you these kind of like general blanket statements of how to do things, it's a little bit hard to swallow it for some people, because they're like, hey, that doesn't fit my situation, that doesn't fit my things, and that's totally fine. But like, make it fit you, make it fit your situation, so that you will actually stick with it. Because the worst thing is to give you something that you're not going to do. You do it a couple of times, then you don't do it anymore, and then it just is one of those things that falls off to the side, when you could have been put on something that definitely worked from the beginning for you. Make sense? Lot right there. Had to unpack that one really quick. All right. Oh, wow, wow, wow. You guys have really pushed it now. All right. If you need help leveling, just get lawn tools out there, Alan. Anyways, or that's what Alan, what Alan does. Yeah, I get it. I tried to get a leveling company, but then they got way too busy before they got to me. So I need help in my backyard. I haven't leveled my lawn because I'm old and it's a lot of work. It is a ton of work, BYD, a ton of work. It is way too much work. I don't blame you there. I had 6 of us doing my front yard and it still took us 6 hours to get down. I want to say that we threw down, like, I'll have to look. I think it was like 9 tons or 9 cubic yards, or maybe 14 or 17. I don't know, 130. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look at the footage. Man, see, it's so much work. It made me exaggerate there. I don't even remember what it was. Love the video attaching a checkmate to the roller manual. I don't think I'm handy enough to do that. So yeah, that was actually super smart of Keith to do that. He actually made a really good little device there. Bought some DAP from the Lawn Whisperer, Humic and molasses. Is that what it is Humic and molasses? Flex 21 is awesome, but they don't go very high in the height of cut range. I know, that's the reason why I had to tell the guy I didn't want it, like, because he's like, just try it. And I was like, all right, so I'll run it at like 1.5 inches. Maybe I can do it. And he's like, no, I think it only goes to 1 inch. And I was like, oh, can't do it. Yeah, so I think that's what actually held me back on that lawn to learn. Thank you. You're welcome, Lawn Sensei. Hopefully that answered your question with the Sunjoe. Only needs some zip ties. Yep, that is true, Striper Man. Yeah, that's all you really need is zip ties, and zip tie that bad boy too and just go do your thing. I mow every other day. Could you dedicate one of those days to me? Like, I kind of every other day, but not really. I 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays type of a thing. So, oh, me either. I'm just full of excuses, like Jeremy would say to me. What? I've said that to you? Yeah, don't be full of excuses. Be full of answers. It's the only way of doing it. And if you don't have an answer, make one up. Mid-90s this week in Minnesota. Wow, you guys. Golly, what do you think you are, Utah? Bro, so hot. No joke, no joke. You guys are going to melt like the cheese or whatever right off your heads. You guys are, yeah, Minnesota. You guys, wow. Can't believe that. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Like I said, you didn't. And then you laugh at me. Ouch. Frost warning here last week, now 90s this week. Wow, that's about as confused as Utah is. Bermuda grass is the alpha. It is. It really takes over things. It definitely outgrows things. Muggin Ridge with the face. Don't get mad. Bermuda grass central. BYD, what up? Laugh out loud. Hello, Terrence. Sorry I'm late. Never late. Had to go to Lowe's and get a new sprinkler. Mine broke 5:30 this morning. Wow, how'd you know it broke at 5:30? I would have been asleep. That's smart though. Definitely stay on top of that, especially with all these heat waves going through, so that your lawn doesn't get out of whack. What's the point of spoon feeding slow release ferts? So the thought process behind it is that you're gonna eventually hit that point where it has a die off and it has like a little bit of a slow release, and then it dies off, and then a slow release, and it dies off. That's what the point of it is, to just build it on the backside so that it dies off and it feeds that slowly right at the end, and you kind of have a rolling mechanism right at the end, and you're never overloading your lawn. It just has the nutrients that it needs, and so it will then supplement itself with what's down in the soil, so it'll continue to do its amendments and everything down in the soil, and so you're just kind of just keeping everything rolling and going and, you know, moving forward. All right, where are we at? Are the plan you put together can be used year-round? Yes. So what I do is I find out all the ins and outs of what people do and what they have and what their climates are and what grass type they have and then we build a plan around that. We build it around how often you're going to do things, how often you want to do things, you know, how often you're going to mow, what your green level you're looking for. We just kind of tailor a plan around those types of things. So yes, it is. It's a little bit more in depth. It isn't just, like I said, just hand people and then just go on. And so I normally have gotten myself to a point where I do FaceTime calls with people just to make the plans, because I got tired of writing them all. And so as we're on a FaceTime call together, we just make a plan. There's a few people in here that have popped in and popped out, and I think they're still in here that I've made plans for, and they're working extremely well. And the nice thing is it's fluid. We just keep talking about it. Any kind of comments, questions, concerns, or anything that you have, we just talk them through, and then we just, you know, keep your lawn growing and going. All right. GM 16 or 1000. Go with the 1600. I'll work on that. Okay, sounds good. Serious drought in my area. It only has rain one time in the last 2 weeks, and I'm mowing once a week now. Ooh, it's slowing you down. Ouch. So do you not have a sprinkling system, or are you just usually dependent on the rain and the weather just because of that, BYD? My wife paid the ice cream man to keep on driving. I'm down 15 pounds this week chasing him around the neighborhood. Hey, however it takes, like, that was smart. That's definitely smart if that's how you're gonna lose weight and you're gonna keep running, because I guess if you never catch them, you never have to worry about gaining the weight back if you can't catch them, huh? So, smart way of doing it, I like it. What's up, BYD? Outside turning it on. My cat woke me up, so I figured I should go out and turn it on. Oh, gotcha. Makes sense. Good cat. Hi, Maddie. At 5:30 in the morning. Gotcha. Smart wife, Erin. I agree. Left. What are your chances of getting you down here to level out my lawn like you helped Alan? I can't do it anymore at my age. Caught up with me. Left tool. Answer him. Have a great night, everyone. Got to go. See you, Marshall. Wife, or happy wife, happy life. Left tool. Can we do it when it's 58 degrees out? Sand leveling season is when it's 98. Ouch. No, definitely not. I'm depending on rain water every blue moon, but for the most part, I don't water my lawn. I rely on the rain. I wish we could do that. We live in desert Utah, and if we were were to have to rely on the rain, I would have gotten rain now. I think it's been 3.5 weeks ago, and nothing in the forecast. Nothing. So I'll grab a shovel, a rake, and grab the striper man, and we'll get that sucker leveled. Wow, that's a heck of a team there. Striper man is down. I like it. All right, so used up a lot more time than I I need a Ron Jeremy level job. Well, he'll bring the hammer. So I used a lot more time than I was thinking back here. I'm supposed to be going and getting flowers and stuff with the wife for Mother's Day. Yeah, I know. I'm just the messenger. We are going to be doing some planting and flower boxes and stuff that we normally do, and got to go get that. So I know that she said that I needed to be off by 6:30 my time, and we're 4 minutes past. So I do want to wrap this up. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. And just so that I get it off my chest and off my mind, this is my grandfather's birthday, so it has been on my mind all day. I've had a clear mind. I've done extremely well still. Everything has been great, just so that I keep my mind and everything flowing and me talking. It was his birthday. It would have been his 83rd. So definitely enjoy you guys. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Had some great conversations today. You guys kept me hopping in the chat. Definitely kept going and talking. I really like it. I didn't even have to get to some of the other stuff that I was going to go out front and play in. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Make sure that nobody else said anything that I have to answer, and then we'll just call it a wrap, guys. I really appreciate it. And before you leave, if you wouldn't mind just throwing a thumbs up in the comment section, that'd be great. I'm joining the team to do that leveling for you. Even superheroes need rest. Had 3.5 inches of rain from March 1st to May 31st. Average in my area is 10 in that time span. Ooh, that's not good. That's definitely a lot lower. Up New York Lawns, good night. Vito, good night. Lawn Sensei, good night. Night Left Tool, love you, bro. Trevor, we'll see you. Take it easy. Live went good. I agree. It was a great one tonight. You guys had me hopping. Lawn to Learn. Striper Man, we'll see you. Lawn Sensei, have a good one. Dwayne, have a good one. I really appreciate it, Dwayne. Super really appreciate it. See you. I try to comment on all the videos that I can possibly comment on. If I'm not commenting on your guys' videos, point them out to me, send them to me. I do not mind. Really, I do not mind. Send them to me so that I can comment and watch your videos. Feel free. Take it easy, you guys. Hopefully you guys all have a great weekend. That's coming up this, I guess, later on. I'm so used to doing these on Saturdays. Hopefully your guys' honeydew lists are shrinking as it's getting hotter. Probably not, but have a good week. I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'm Jeremy of the Greener Lawn. Did I just say see you in the next one? Jeez, the inner Jimmy and the inner Alan Hain just came out in me. Bermuda Grass Central. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Oh, make her green.